Welcome to Both Sides of the Fence. Today I want to talk about confidence. And I don't want to stay in that realm of building confidence in ourselves. And I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about building confidence in our horse. There's more to it than that. If we just focus on the confidence that the horse has here, or just our own confidence, we're missing part of the picture. And the reason being, and the reason why I feel that way, is this horse can be as confident as can be, but if he doesn't have any confidence in me, how am I going to know he's confident? How am I going to build that confidence? So there's a really important thing that I want to touch bases on here, and it's just like with anything else with our horses. If my horse is confident, I need to make sure that he brings that confidence down and reciprocates it to me. The same thing goes for the human. He needs to bring that confidence down and reciprocate it back to the horse. This motion going back and forth here is really important, and it's really the basis of everything that we do on our horsemanship journey. If I'm riding my horse and I ask him to side pass, and he knows how to do it, I say, "Can you side pass for me?" And he responds, "Yes, I can." So why would confidence be any different? And this confidence is really important to see that it's reciprocating back and forth. Is if he's confident, my horse, and I'm confident, but maybe I had an issue, maybe I got bucked off this horse, or maybe he kicked me. If I have confidence in myself, in any other horse I work with, it's great. But I get to this horse and I can't do this part here. If I can't reciprocate that back to him, and I'm expecting this, my confidence is here, and I expect him to give it to me, but I'm giving him nothing in return, this is going to happen. Sorry, my eraser doesn't work all that great, but this is we're trying something a little bit new here. Then I have this. I have a confident horse and a confident person, but I have no byways between the two of them. I have no communication. So if I'm confident and my horse scares me in one reason or another, and I can't send him my confidence, he'll never bring it back and give it to me in return. So there's a couple different things that we need to do in those situations. I know for myself, if I'm working with a horse that maybe is a little bit dangerous, I don't have this. I don't have confidence in him because he's hurt people. He may hurt me. I don't want to be hurt. But I want to make this horse better. So what I have to do is I have to focus on this. I have to focus on sending him that I'm confident in him, sending my confidence to him. Even if it's a little bit shaky and I'm worried about losing my confidence with him, it's got to happen. I got to find a way, even if it's in just little tiny increments, even if it's just leading that horse from the stall to the round pen. When I start to do this horse, obviously, if he hurt somebody, he's probably either defensive, or he's defensive and wants to flight, or he was defensive and wants to fight. Maybe he was handled roughly, or maybe he's just scared because he hasn't had enough handling. I have to start sending to those particular horses. I have to start sending this here first, and then eventually this will come out here, and it will grow till I have my whole horse sending me every bit of his confidence. Now, if he's confident and he doesn't want to share it with me, he's protecting it. Just like me. I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, this horse isn't that safe to be around. I'm reluctant to give him my confidence because he hasn't shown me any way, in any shape or form that I should trust him and be confident in him. So I have to make the first move because I'm the teacher, he's the student, right? So it's important that I make that first move and I start doing the same thing. I'll start sending little bits and pieces and find areas that I can be confident in him, whether it's brushing him, putting the halter on, and then when we go to work, we start finding spots to say, hey, how do you deal with this? I'm going to put my confidence in you a little bit and see where it goes. Pretty soon he'll start sending it back. The blocks that we have, erase my arrows here, I should have wrote them a little smaller. The blocks that we have here, this is on my horse's side, is his self-preservation, worry, lack of trust, no trust, and there's several other things, but we're just going to touch a few of them. I just want to give you an idea so that you can think about it and see if there's any of those areas that are weak, in whether it's with your only horse or whether it's with a specific horse in the barn. My side is the same. My self-preservation. I'm worried of injury. And I lack trust. He's going to worry, or he's going to fight. Maybe he wants to fight, but if he wants to fight, he's still worried. I don't want to get hurt, so I'm worried about that. That's my self-preservation. So I have to start getting rid of these pieces. If I start sending him a little bit of confidence, come down, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of confidence, then I start to get a little bit of trust in him. I'm still using my self-preservation, and I'm still worried about injury. If this starts to break through this barrier here just a little bit, then they're going to pick one of these that they're going to let down. Maybe they won't be so worried. Maybe the confidence will come up just a little bit, and they'll be a little bit less worried. Then when that happens, that means they're starting to come and break down this boundary so that we can get something done. And we keep doing that until we aren't worried about injury, and we aren't worried about no trust, and we aren't worried about our self-preservation, and we can start tearing down this wall so that everything comes the rest of the way back and forth. Now there's a million different ways of getting that, and I can't go into that because that'd be a really long video. And if you know me, I can ramble. I try to keep these videos fairly short just because I can go on all day, because to me so many things are just a spider web together. They just melt together and they are all related. And breaking it down, this is the hardest part for me for getting this started, is breaking this down into little pieces. And I'll make this video, I'm already thinking of the next video. I'm already thinking of spin-offs from this video. So when we're in a situation and we're trying to figure out what the problem is, and we need to analyze it. Okay, is it self-confidence? In me? Number one. Is it my horse's self-confidence? Number two. Or is it my confidence in the horse? Three. And if not, then is my horse, number four, sending me any self-confidence back? Horse's confidence in me. Oops. Those are my four main areas where I analyze the confidence issues. Usually with me, when I get a horse in the barn and I start doing this, I know that this is pretty good. I'm pretty confident with just about any horse that comes in the barn. This one I cross off the list. So then I use my program, my development program, on getting this horse to listen and learn so that we can develop him. Some of the first stages of that is checking his self-confidence. So I'm going to check in with his confidence. If it's low, then we start building. If it's high, then we find out why. Number 3, then it makes this is the why. Oops, that's wrong. Then the horse's confidence in me is in question. So then I start kind of poking and prodding and figuring out what I'm doing there to get that horse's confidence to come to me. Usually, my confidence in the horse, when I start with a new horse, it's a little bit of a question because I don't know them. So I'm going to feel them out, but I don't block this off and turn it all the way off. So usually, and I'm saying usually, it's not all the time. Usually for me, it is the horse's confidence in me. So I have to start building that. With you, it might be any of these other pieces. It might be your horse's self-confidence. It might be your own self-confidence, or you might not be projecting that confidence from you to your horse so that can reciprocate back and forth. It's just how the horse works. It's how a team works, because we're a team. My horse and I are teams. So we got to communicate. If I'm not communicating my confidence to my horse, he's not going to share it back with me because he's like, maybe he's scared and I got to be the confident one, and I got to take the role of team leader here, or I got to take the role of team leader so I can preserve myself. That's the importance of it, that reciprocating motion back and forth. It's very important with confidence to have that going back and forth, because you can limit what you can do and where you can go a lot if this isn't working, if this motion isn't going back and forth. I hope that this video helps you out a little bit. I'm trying something a little bit new. I don't know how this is going to pan out, but I wanted to write it down and put it out in front of you and see if this helps get my point across. There's so much involved, and it gets easier and easier once you understand little bits and pieces. It sounds really, really complicated, but in the end, if you just work on it little by little, it all comes together. It all gets easier. And things get rolling and get going faster. So I hope that this helps. I thank you all for all the support that you're giving me. I want you to enjoy your day. I want you to enjoy your ride. And I want you to enjoy your horses. I thank you very much. And until next time, we'll see you.